Hey everyone, welcome back to Mox, where power always comes with a receipt. Let me ask you something. What do a president, a dictator, and a secret meeting have in common? No, it's not a bad joke. It's the story of Nicolas Sarkozy, the man who promised to save France and ended up behind bars. Imagine going from the golden halls of the Élysée Palace to a 9-square-meter prison cell. That's the journey of France's hyper-president, a man who once ruled the country like a CEO and is now paying the price for it. In 2007, Sarkozy was unstoppable, young, charming, ambitious. He called himself the man who would modernize France and clean up politics. The media adored him. He was everywhere smiling, shaking hands, marrying a supermodel. He had it all. But behind the speeches and flashbulbs, there were whispers about cash, campaign envelopes, and deals made in the shadows. Because according to investigators, Sarkozy's rise wasn't powered only by votes. It may have been powered by Libya. Yes, Muammar Gaddafi, the Libyan dictator, allegedly financed Sarkozy's 2007 campaign with millions of euros in cash. Suitcases stuffed with money, delivered through secret intermediaries. For years, Sarkozy called it fiction, a smear campaign, a political witch hunt. But as the evidence mounted, bank records, witness statements, former insiders flipping the story, stopped sounding like fiction and started sounding like French reality. In 2021, Sarkozy became the first modern French president convicted of corruption. And by 2025, the courts confirmed his fate: 5 years in prison. The country that invented the guillotine had finally sentenced one of its kings, just in a much more comfortable way. Sarkozy is serving his time in Paris's La Santé prison, a recently renovated facility with individual cells, private showers, and even paid TV service. He's isolated from other inmates for security reasons, which is a polite way of saying, even in jail, he's still getting VIP treatment. His cell is roughly the size of a walk-in closet: a bed, a desk, a toilet, and a small window. Technically, it's punishment. Practically, it's a downgrade from a luxury suite. But the symbolism, huge. France, the land of equality, finally showing that no one is truly above the law, at least on paper. And just when you think the story couldn't get more political, French media revealed that Sarkozy met privately with President Emmanuel Macron just days before entering prison. No cameras, no photos, no press release. 2 presidents, one current, one condemned, sitting down for a private conversation. Some say it was a gesture of respect, others whisper it was damage control. Either way, it's very French, elegant, discreet, and morally confusing. The image is surreal: the man who once mentored Macron, now meeting him one last time before trading the Élysée for isolation. Politics is a strange loop. Today's ruler is tomorrow's defendant. And in France, the Republic may punish you, but it never forgets your number. So what does this all mean? Is it justice or just theater? Many say Sarkozy's sentence is more symbolic than real. He might end up serving it under house arrest with an ankle monitor instead of bars. But symbols matter. The sight of a former president behind a locked door sends a message that even in a nation built on privilege, accountability can still find its way in. Still, let's be honest. Sarkozy's story isn't about one man's fall. It's about a system where politics, power, and ego constantly feed each other. He didn't invent corruption. He just perfected it. For years he played the game, cutting deals, collecting favors, and convincing France he was the cure to its disease. In the end, he became the diagnosis. From Washington to Rome to Paris, it's the same story. Charismatic leaders promising to clean up politics, only to drown in their own ambition. Power is addictive. It blinds, corrupts, and eventually destroys. And Sarkozy, with his charm and arrogance, is just the latest exhibit in democracy's long museum of fallen idols. Now he sits in that small cell, probably convinced he's the victim, that history will absolve him. Maybe it will, maybe it won't. But his story proves one thing: corruption doesn't always wear a villain's face. Sometimes it wears a designer suit and smiles for the camera. So, what do a president, a dictator, and a secret meeting have in common? They all remind us that power never really changes. It just changes its wardrobe. Sarkozy's fall isn't just a scandal. It's a warning. Because in the theater of politics, every act ends the same way. The audience claps, the curtain closes, and behind it, the same old actors start rehearsing their next show.